if you weren't able to do your ikigai in one place lang, you found a way to build your life around your ikigai. Kasi even if you had a full-time job that pays the bills, you were still doing things that you love doing and what you're good at on the side. Tama ba? Ganun yung...
Life doesn't always go as planned. Pero what if the wrong turns lead us exactly where we need to be? To somewhere even better. Welcome to Off the Record with me, Gia Santos, where we will have kwentuhan on life's plot twists, ikigai, and new chapters. In each episode, we hear the raw, unfiltered stories of guests who went through their own plot twists, from career to love and everything in between. Pati na rin yung books that helped them along the way. Because sometimes, even if hindi ka mahilig magbasa, all it takes is one book or even just one page, one sentence to change your life. For those at a crossroads or still figuring things out, this is for you. Because the best stories always come with a plot twist. So let's talk about that off the record.
So hi everyone, I'm Gia Santos and welcome to the first episode of Off the Record, kwentuhan on life's plot twists, ikigai, and next chapters. And for our pilot episode, we have here today our special guests, Miss Between Calianta and
Hello.
Jesh Alberto.
Hello.
Hi guys, thank you for being here. Welcome to our first episode na tong podcast na matagal natin pinagplanuhan din at pinag-usapan. So yeah, let's get straight to the point. Let's introduce yourself. First question, how would you introduce yourself to someone meeting you for the first time? Let's start with Bit.
Ako, depende kung nasaan ako. So, if work-related, minsan depende pa yun. But for now, I'm the product manager of Reco. So, pag-uusapan natin yan later on.
Reco with a K.
Yes. And then, R. Siyempre, R naman talaga. Okay. So, that's me.
Thanks, Bit. How about you, Jesh?
Ano din, parang context din na depende din kung nasan ako. Pero, parang, Jesh, I'm just happy to be here. Parang mga ganun dyan sa akin.
Ganun ka mag-introduce sa mga networking events?
Hindi, pero kapag sa networking event, kapag yung sa casual, I'm just happy to, parang observe, parang vibe check lang muna.
Parang depende talaga sa context.
Oo, pero kapag sa...
Your mic.
Tapos kapag sa networking event, syempre, I'm Josh from Bookspine. Research and Development Associate, here's my card.
Okay. So, what does, question, what does a product manager do?
Oh no. Ayan. Minsan meron
Para
akong
sa mga
sagot.
hindi familiar, yeah.
Oo. So, ako, parang, I like to see myself as a conductor for the tech and for the user needs. So, yun yung So, kasi di ba when you talk about products, pinag-uusapan ko ano yung features, ano yung magagamit. Pero, may aspect din na ano ba yung talagang nagmamatch sa gusto nating target audience. So, yun yung ginagawa ko as a product manager.
Okay, thanks, Bit.
On research and development, usually, I parang turning chismis into actionable insights.
So, yung chismis.
Turning chismis.
Kasi nung, na parang, siguro, hindi ako sobrang immerse sa parang quantitative data, more of mas qualitative data talaga yung bias ko in a way na tawag dito, mas malalaman mo kasi about someone or something na parang the more you talk to them, parang the more you understand them. So parang, kaya yun na parang when I say na I'm just happy to be, parang I'm just observing lang muna. Tapos tsaka ako malalaman yung gagawin ko, ganun.
So parang you need to see what's happening first, saka mo alam ano yung atake mo.
Oo, ganun.
Okay, sneaky.
Plotting and scheming.
Okay, sige. So, thank you guys for sharing about what you do. Siguro, konting briefer lang about the objective of this podcast since first episode. And, so, kita nyo naman, we're just hanging out here and chilling. And our goal is to just share about, the journey in life, about your career, about your ikigai. Familiar kayo with the concept of ikigai naman, no?
Yes, nag-research ako after.
After the briefing. So, ang goal natin today is to discuss how, if ever you found your ikigai, how did you end up finding it, and ano yung plot twists in your life that led you there. Kasi for us, this podcast, we want to talk about the things that made up our stories. Kasi diba, no good story doesn't have a plot twist. So, okay, game. Mabigat na question, what's your ikigai?
Tinuro. Okay, ako, medyo nag-reflect back ako noon when you said about ikigai. So my ikigai, I think it's kasi meron akong
Ay, sige, wait,
Ah,
sorry.
sige.
Nung ni-research mo yung ikigai, ano yung meaning na nakita mo? Para yung sa mga guests na nakikinig or
sige.
audience na nakikinig.
So yung definition niya according to according to what I researched, it's the intersection between what you're good at, what you're passionate about, and may isa pa eh.
What the world needs
Yeah,
and
what
what
the
you
world-
can get paid for.
Yes,
Yeah.
4 pala siya. So, for me, that intersection is yun nga, being a product manager. And actually, marami akong titles in life. So, yun din, yun yung difficulty ko. But I see myself always at the intersection of intersecting or connecting play with systems.
Connecting play with systems.
Yes.
What does that mean?
So, kasi ako, for me, I know that I'm a creative person. Pero some people also see na I'm a very process-oriented person. Ewan ko kung saan, ano yung perception mo sa akin, Gia. Pero,
Yun naman.
yun naman, di ba? Pero I always like to inject play. So, for me, parang that systems, those processes, parang it's really needed. Kasi, without that, di rin tayo magiging creative. Kasi, yes, there is chaos in creativity, but there's also something that parang some sort of order that will connect everything. So for me, yun yung ano. Kaya I see myself as systems oriented, but at the same time creative and playful. So yun, anything that is between that or parang nandun, I'm willing to explore. Ganyan.
Ang ganda. Is it something that, how did you come to that realization? Meron bang important point in your life?
Ayan na naman tayo sa age yung isang araw. Isang araw ka pa,
Wala
Gia.
namang revealing ng age na magaganap.
Sige. Pero kailangan ko mag-age reveal. So, parang I'm already turning 40 this month.
Di halata.
This month pala, this year. Hindi pa this month. Thank you. So, ang dami na. And parang I always see myself as, ano kasi, palagi ako sinasabihan ng parents ko dati. Well, ng dad ko, na parang ang dami kong gustong hilig. Na parang gusto ko matuto mag-drums, gusto ko biglang mag-swimming, ganyan. So all over the place ako.
Same.
Yeah. And then, pero yung ano naman, nung una, I took it against him. And then, meron siyang binigay sa akin book. Parang siyang fictional storybook about Leonardo da Vinci. Tapos, yung plot nun, yun din, frustrated yung dad niya. Yung bata siya, gusto niya maging, si Leonardo da Vinci gusto maging artist, gusto niya maging inventor, gusto niyang magtutong lumipad, ganyan. So, ang daming gusto ni Da Vinci. Tapos, sobrang frustrated lang yung dad. And, eventually, parang he just gave in. Parang, hayaan na kita kung ano man gusto mo. And then, of course, alam niyo naman kung sino si Leonardo da Vinci, di ba? So,
yeah.
parang, it got me, parang inspired. And parang, I feel like na, wala akong specific career path.
Yeah, sobrang relate. Parang, ano tawag doon na term recently is multi-potentialite in a way.
Multi-potentialite. And parang, ano rin so yung, nung college ako, or high school, gusto ko naman talaga maging psychologist. Pero yung reason ko, kung bakit gusto ko maging psychologist, is kasi doon sa college na gusto kong pasukan, may ghost hunting team.
Okay.
Na under the psych department.
Naging horror story bigla.
So parang gusto
Plot
ko
twist.
yung ganun. And then parang curious ako about ano ba yung nagmamotivate sa mga tao. Kasi ako, parang I feel like I'm always surrounded by really smart people. But I saw myself as not being that smart. Or not being that hardworking as the people around me. So ako, parang anong motivation ko? Ayokong pumapasok sa school. Pero gusto kong nag-aaral. Yung mga ganon. So parang ang daming conflicting na ideas in my head. So, yun. So, sakto sa akin psychology kasi ang daming choices. And nung 20s ako, so parang ano rin na lately rin, syempre dahil book-related tayo, binasa ko yung Psychology of Money.
Okay.
And tama ba? Psychology of Money ba or Algebra of Wealth? Pero sinasabi nila that life is in phases. So may 0 to 20 ka, 21 to 40, 41 to 60. So ganun yung phases in your life. So it's in 20s, in cycles of 20s. So yung first cycle of 20s ko, yung pa-end na ngayon. Second na pala. Yun, para I was trying to figure out, ano ba ako as, yun nga, yung ano yung ikigai, what is something that I enjoy doing and I think that I will earn money from. And hindi ko talaga nakikita na may career path ako. Kasi yun nga, sa psych, ang daming choices.
Yeah.
But I sampled a lot. So I guess din, yung pinaka nag-resonate sa akin is, yung parang do experiments, small experiments. So, naging teacher ako. Ano pa ba? Naging, ano yung isang work? Program manager. Pero all of them revolved around learning. Kasi nga, nung bata ko, yun yung question ko. Ano ba yung parang why do some people excel in school? And then, but some people do not. And I think I'm one of those people that didn't excel in school, but is very good at learning new things. So, yun yung ano ko. So, ang dami. Sorry, Jesh, ang dami ko. Kasi mas matanda rin ako eh. So, yun.
Dami experiences. Dami ng
ako
chapters in your life.
It's been a century. So, yun. So, parang towards motherhood, ang dami. Like, marami akong pinagdaanan. And, for me talaga, it felt like something that parang I don't need to follow the path or parang the progression of other people.
I agree.
And yun, so sobrang thankful ako kasi parang that thought led me to different projects, to different jobs, and parang wala talagang nasayang. And
walang nasayang.
Walang nasayang. And I never felt na nakulong ako dito or parang naging corporate save ako.
Yeah.
Ganyan.
You weren't boxed into a stereotype or a certain career path.
Yes,
yeah.
oo. So, ang dami nag-startup na corporate. Though, hindi ko na-feel na save ako sa corporate. But, it was also an experience. So, I've done a lot of things. Tapos, parang ang ganda, yung thought na lang, yung mindset ko was, hindi siya career path, pero career lattice siya.
Lattice.
Diba?
Very technical.
Parang engineer ka,
Oo,
diba?
as an engineer.
So parang, wala siyang ladder, hindi siya pataas, pero pwedeng paside,
Ang ganda.
pababa. May book na binasa rin ako
Okay,
na,
anong book?
Shucks, kalimutan ko. Parang,
Okay
parang,
lang. To
yung,
follow.
to follow siya. Parang, it's something about,
Hindi naman affected yung...
okay naman.
Okay.
Sorry. Pause. Oo. Parang it's about women don't have to be everything. So,
I love that.
Yun yung sobrang nag-resonate sa akin kasi yun din, naging mama ko and compared to my other friends and to my peers, maaga akong nagka-baby.
Okay. How old ba? How old ka naging mom?
27. Bata yun for... Bata na yun for my generation and your generation. So,
The pressure ako bigla eh.
So, bata ka, di ba? So, I still have friends ngayon na my age na wala pang babies but are still planning to, or parang young families pa sila. So,
very interesting path. And I can relate. Nung sinabi mo, ang dami mong gusto. So for me, yun din, siguro share na lang din about my background since first episode. Pala muna ako sa kwento. Sa kwentuhan naman natin, no? Ganun din nung bata ako. I actually had a lot of interest. So, I like writing. That was my first ever job. I was 10 years old nung nagsusulat ako ng blog just because I loved writing. And then I started earning money from that. And then I started an online business. And then, nung magka-college na ako, so, in-expect ng mom ko na journalism or writing related yung course ko. And then I chose electronics engineering. and ang rationale ko behind that, kasi ang choices ko naman nun to what course to choose in college, yun din, psychology is also one because I love also the insights of analyzing people or something like writing in journalism or mass comm or business because yun nga, I love doing business as well. And I ended up in engineering because I used to watch these shows on Nickelodeon. If you remember yung Figure It Out.
Alam
yung
ko
parang nagkakawa sila ng invention. And also Art Attack. Parang may mga innovation kasi doon na parang, okay, as I would say I'm a tamad person in a way that I like things efficient. So I would always look for ways to innovate and do things better and easier. So sabi ko, engineering seems to be the perfect course for that kasi hindi ko naman kayang aralin on my own yung engineering. Pag business, may alam na ako. So, business, I can study on my own. So, I took up engineering din nung college. Pero during that time, naging teacher din ako sa online. And then after that, nagturo din ako sa university. And all of these career paths that I was exploring. And I like what you said earlier, yung lattice. And yung term na walang nasayang. Because people think that if you don't pursue something related to your career path, sayang yung inaral mo. Yeah, diba? Pero it's not like, because everything you do, all the experiences you have, it all leads to the whatever you're doing at the moment. Kaya nga siya parang collection of experiences that, kunyari ngayon, diba, sa product management role that you have, I think lahat ng experiences mo na yun, it led to the insights that you're doing now when we choose the features and the users. And for me, even if hindi directly engineering yung company that we're doing now, but the technology behind it is, I am able to use the analytical skills I got from that degree and license. So, yun. So, thank you for sharing that. Gusto kong gamitin talaga moving forward yung lattice na analogy. It's not a career path, guys. It's a career lattice. I like that. Thanks. Spell lattice.
Lattice.
Pero yeah, tama. Thank you, Bit. How about you, Resh? Kala matakas ka, no?
At I'm just happy to be here. Charing. Hindi, siguro if I would define my career lattice, it's not parang from going in circles to going full circle in a way. Kasi parang siguro hindi ko ma-describe ko better siguro yung ikigai kapag i-describe ko yung buong full circle.
Game.
Kasi I wanted to write. Parang I just know I'll be a writer. I just know. And parang at the same time, parang ganda na parang ang dami kong parang nung nag-start pa lang ako mag-build ng interest, parang kala ng nanay ko magiging kong abogado, magiging kong presidente ng Pilipinas kasi I like to argue a lot. Charing. Tapos parang kung magti-teacher ba ako, tapos magiging writer ako. Tapos basta tapos parang tuloy-tuloy siya na parang pinapractice ko siya na I like people reading my work, gano'n, na parang doon nabibuild yung feeling ko talaga ito na yung gagawin ko. Tapos nag-college ako, namili ng course, walang creative writing sa university namin. Tapos parang doon pa rin na parang medyo nasa crossroads ako na ang dami ko pa rin gustong gawin, na parang although gusto ko magsulat pero hindi siya viable career path right now. So parang dahil doon, parang hindi ko pa rin sure kung anong i-take ko na or sa college. Tapos parang hindi ko sure kung iti-take ko ba yung philosophy, kasi may iti-take ko ba yung philosophy, mag-EB English ba ako, pero nung na-come across ko na merong theater program dun sa college namin, nag-teatro ako kasi feeling ko sa teatro marami kang pwedeng gawin doon. So and as a person na very non-linear yung utak. So
relate
na parang and at the same time na kasi parang during college din kasi parang gusto ko na mag-retire doon sa pagiging academic achiever. So parang ito yung parang maraming room for experimentation and it's not very academe looking. So nagteatro ko. So tapos after ng teatro, hindi din parang most of the parang leaning towards humanities kasi in general. Parang hindi siya as much as viable career path. So parang ang hirap pa rin after college. So parang siya
wait. Bakit in your mind hindi siya viable career path?
Kasi parang based din sa from what I know, parang a lot of nag-gumagraduate sa amin, hindi lahat nagpupursun ng teatro after.
Okay. Is it because of a lack of opportunities? Ganyan? Or
lack of opportunities. Na parang the opportunities are there but it's not giving.
So it's not parang enough to...
Not enough to sustain.
Okay.
Parang
gets.
not enough to sustain as a full-time job.
Gets.
Parang siguro there were parang working in the theater or film or parang it's their side career. Meron pa silang ibang full-time or something. Ganon. Tapos, so, first job ko BPO. So, parang doon na medyo na-derail na ako kasi
First job ko rin BPO.
Talaga?
First job namin BPO.
Wow.
Tapos, yun parang shit, parang, nung time na yun, parang medyo lumalayo na ako sa anything humanities. Tapos, from time to time, I tried to go back na parang I'm performing poetry. Parang from time to time, kapag may gig, open mic, I perform poetry. Parang, I host workshops, ganun. For something na, although meron akong full-time job na not related to anything that I like to do, I'm doing on the side, no, parang may disconnect pa rin siya.
Although parang parang if you weren't able to do your ikigai in one place lang, you found a way to build your life around your ikigai. Kasi even if you had a full-time job that pays the bills, you were still doing things that you love doing and what you're good at on the side. Tama ba? Ganun yun.
Tapos, pandemic happened, di ako makapag-events.
Okay.
Hindi siya pwede. Parang, what the hell? So, parang, nung mga una-una, we tried to, parang, how do I say this? Maigpawan.
Ano?
Yung parang ma-overcome, sorry.
Okay.
Yung challenges ng pandemic, parang we do events online.
Yeah.
Parang doon ako natuto OBS, StreamYard, something. Inaral namin yung lahat.
Self-study lahat yun.
Parang, we just want to perform.
Gets.
And parang, eventually, parang dahil nga sa new normal, ang laking shift din ng pandemic kasi nag-shift ng priorities sa mga tao.
True.
And parang a lot of the people I know or dun sa community na yun na hindi na lahat like me na hindi nag-aanong nakapag perform open mic or something kasi parang focus na sa work or dun sa new career na na-discover nila na para sa kanila, gano'n. Tapos, parang side na rin na parang during the pandemic, naging VA ako, gano'n na parang
naging VA ka din during the pandemic.
Oo. Kaya dun,
VA, para sa mga hindi nakakaalam, VA is...
virtual assistant.
Okay.
Tapos, and it's, since the VA job I have is more of part-time basis din, so parang siguro din going 5 years na din, it's din. Pero tas nung dumating yung time din na medyo struggling with the part-time, so syempre I'm looking for a full-time job.
Yeah.
Tapos nung time parang hindi ko alam gagawin sa buhay ko. Tapos nag-text siya.
Ito yung last
Ito
year,
yung
2024.
last
Sige,
year.
background lang for everyone. Fun fact. Last year, January 2024, I was also at the same point na kind of not knowing what to do with the startup, with Bookspine. And I was gonna close that part of the business, the second-hand book. So we were doing a clearance sale. And then, for some reason, the media picked it up. So, nag-viral yung books per kilo thing that we had in QC na temporary warehouse. And back then, there were only 3 of us na core team. So, nung nag-viral, it was January 20 ng evening, my birthday. Tapos, I was getting thousands of inquiries sa Messenger. So, ang daming demand. And it was by appointment. So, ang daming nag-set up. So, nag-panic ako over the weekend kasi the sale was going to be the January 22, the Monday after that weekend. Ang status ng warehouse, naka-box pa lahat ng books. As in, lahat. Tapos, wala talagang kahit kaanong ayos-ayos. Walang sistema because we've never done the books per kilo na open to everyone. And then, so I was panicking nung I was actually with my friends the next day celebrating my birthday. And I was sending random group chat messages sa random group chats. So there was one, I think it's Solo Living group, book club. So I sent out lang, guys, meron pa sa inyo gusto ng racket? Like, I just need manpower on Monday. Show up lang, 6 a.m. We need to arrange the books. You're gonna be paid for the day. I don't even need a resume. I don't even need any credentials. I just need an ID. And then this person sent a message saying, ako po, malapit lang ako. So I was like, game, sige, priority ka kasi malapit ka lang. For context, the warehouse was near SM North, sa mga taga Quezon City. Tapos, the next day, si Jesh arrived on time, like 6 a.m., really early, first dumating. So I asked, malapit ka lang ba? Taga saan ka? Sabi niya, sa may Don Antonio, Commonwealth. Mga 20 to 30 minutes away pag walang traffic.
Technically, Quezon City pa rin siya.
Technically, yes. So, yeah. So, sobrang funny kasi kung hindi niya sinabi na malapit siya, baka hindi rin siya yung priority ko. So, I didn't know anything about Jesh that time. Ang alam ko lang, nung nagkwentuhan na kami, theater yung background niya. Tapos, alam ko lang din, tumatak siya sa akin. Kasi tuwing may darating na Filipino books, isa siya sa mga unang, dun sa warehouse.
Pupunta siya? Or...
Hindi, siya yung, di ba staff siya? So may
okay.
benefits yung staff nun na parang unang look. Anyway.
Tsaka to add that kasi, parang I'm looking for a job, tapos parang gets din sa end yan na parang very short notice. I need manpower short notice. Parang how can I make this attractive? So, parang may perk na 1 kilo of book per day. So, alright, I'm seated. So, edi, and parang during my temporary staff era, ay nakakuha ka ng 17 kilos of books.
Pumula malaki, please.
70.
Masakit.
So, eksaktong 70 days ka.
Inaraw-araw ko kasi.
Dahil sa kanya, nagkaroon kami ng policy moving forward. Bawal na yung new arrivals ng staff. My God. Anyway, so going back, you were feeling lost during that time din pala.
Feeling lost during that time. And parang, tas dumating tong Glyph, Reco, in a way na parang you asked me to pull up a parang CV on that, na parang doon ko unang na-realize yung full circle. Parang doon ko na-realize yung full circle in a way na kasi 'di ba sabi mo ilagay ko lahat ng experience ko related sa parang
for context pala nila on what Reco is kind of. Para lang alam nila pinag-usapan natin.
Sige.
Hindi sila lost.
para kasama
para join kayo guys sa conversation. Yung during that time, this was I think May. Kasi while I was lost nga, 'di ba, January, that time about the second-hand books business of Bookspine. At the same time, I was waiting for the approval of a grant application that I applied to sa Department of Science and Technology, DOST. And the premise is to create an app or a platform that can help recommend books to the right readers. So, recommendation engine basically, that's AI-based. Around May, nakuha na yung approval and yung funding. So, I was looking for people to work with, kaya nga I ended up with you guys. And then si Jesh, dahil nga, as I was getting to know Jesh throughout our work together, nalaman ko that yung vision is aligned and the experience and the domain expertise is also there. That's why I asked for you to come up with a CV so that we know na match yung experience mo with what we're doing at Reco. Kasi it's more R&D and technology na eh. It's not just the retail physical operations. So, okay, going back to the CV mo.
Tas, nung habang dinidetail ko yung mga naging experience ko, yung projects I did, and parang organizations or groups I work with, na parang, wait, yung mga ginawa ko dati pa, relevant na siya ngayon.
Yes.
And parang, wait, and parang instead of parang before I was thinking I'm going in circles, ito na nag-full circle na siya, nag-make sense sa lahat. So parang,
wow.
And I want that for everyone din. na go full circle siguro. Ayun.
Speaking of full circle, di pala natin na-mention, Gia, na before, nasa Bookspine din ako.
Oo nga pala, yeah. So, throughout the career lattice ni Bit. I'm gonna use that term na talaga. So, para sa mga hindi na, kasi I'm gonna share lang din, I'm gonna give the spelling of lattice. Kasi ako, personally, pag nakikita ko ng podcast, minsan hindi nag-land yung term.
Okay.
So, guys, it's the lattice na Lattice. Yun lang yun. Anyway, going back sa career lattice ni Bit. Oo.
So, yun. So, kasi before, I was also working as a product and tech manager ng Bookspine, pero parang pang ilang version mo yun?
I think version 2.
Version 2.
We were developing version 2.
Oh, the marketplace.
Tapos, we developed it. Tapos, we were working towards improving the UI,
yes,
I think.
Yun. So, during that time, nandun ako with Gia. And then, that was 2 years? More than 2 years?
More than 2 years.
Yeah.
21, I think.
Oo. Pandemic pa.
Oo.
So, just yung, di ba, yung timeline na yun, when you called me, it was a day after I had my self-declared sabbatical. So, parang 2 months ako na parang after a project of mine, na mag-self-declare self-declared sabbatical ako. So sabbatical, gusto ko lang mas pakinggang makinig na. Ay, gusto ko magpakabam ng sandali.
This was the second time na. Ito yung ngayon.
So last year. So parang
okay.
2 months ako nagpaka-sabbatical. So more of parang ayoko muna mag-accept ng projects, ayoko muna mag-isip ng about work, ganyan. Parang I just need some space to like recalibrate myself kasi parang after before that, I resigned from my full-time job, tapos I took on consultancy jobs. So, dire-diretso na siya. So, parang, wait lang, hindi ako nagtotoong break. So, 2-month break ako, naglaro ko ng Hogwarts Legacy, natapos ko siya.
Nice.
So the day after, na natapos ko si Hogwarts Legacy, tapos sabi ko, okay, sige, maghahanap na ulit ako ng ano pwede kong gawin. Nag-message ka about, may tapos dalawa nag-message sa akin.
Okay.
So, nakakatawa kasi parang,
saktong-sakto. Hindi namin alam nila natapos mo na yung Hogwarts Legacy.
Yun lang yung iniisip ko in life nung time na yun. Of course, family. Pero yung ganun. So, parang, ang funny lang kasi parang, when you said full circle, yun talaga na feel ko kasi, okay, parang it's something interesting. I really like yung concept of Bookspine. Tas this is something that I have, parang the skills that I built after Bookspine kasi naging parang nag-work ako for a fintech company and parang medyo nag-level up yung knowledge ko about technology. Tapos biglang sinabi mo nga na parang recommendation engine na AI. Tapos parang oops, may pumitik na. Okay, alam ko na kung anong gagawin, ganyan. Alam ko na kung anong structure niyan, alam ko na yung
Talagang nag-come together na in your head.
Oo, kaya 'di ba ang bilis ko magsabi na ito yung
nga eh. Ang bilis ng pangyayari doon.
Oo. So yun, so saktong July yun, 'di ba? Around that time.
July. August.
So yun, so parang ang galing nung timing. So parang full circle na maganda yung timing kasi if you would have called me earlier parang later on ko na pag-isipan.
ang galing kasi parang that grant application took I think 9 months to get the approval and the funding. And so parang syempre nung time na yun I was like, oh my gosh, tutuloy pa ba to? Ano nangyayari? Kasi I didn't know what was gonna happen. Pero totoo nga, I believe, naniniwala sa divine timing. I really believe in that a lot. So, ngayon that you're sharing this, it kind of makes sense, diba? Na parang, there was a reason for the wait. Kasi if I had called, it happened earlier, you wouldn't be ready. Ikaw din siguro, if didn't go viral earlier, wouldn't be ready. Or if later naman, baka iba-iba na kayong ginagawa.
Na parang tsaka din another reason kung bakit nag-click din sa parang yun nga yung full circle nag-click siya, everything nag-line up siya in a way na and I am working now again for a project na has something to do with writing, literature, and parang hindi na lang siya for me na para for me na makapagsulat ako during company time. Hindi na lang siya ganun. Hindi na lang siya ganun. It's for me then to na-envision ko na para na what do you call this, na para yung mga other people na nag-resonate to that na na kailangan nilang iset aside yung writing for other things na sana hindi na with this project na what do you call this, ma-support or ma-sustain nila yung pagsusulat nila na parang hindi lang for others na kasi parang the more na maraming nagsusulat, the more na maraming magbabasa.
That's true. Yeah. So yun yung natin with Reco. Actually, parang pinag-isipan ko ngayon. Sasabihin na ba natin ano yung Reco or mamaya na? Pero yeah, kasi I think going back dun sa mga ikigai nyo in your journey, this podcast, diba, is about the plot twists of our life. Would you say, ano yung main, I guess, plot twist in your life? Would you say it's part of what you shared earlier na? Or meron pa bang iba na plot twist moment for you?
Ako, sobrang daming plot twists in my life. As the elder here. But,
Grabe naman.
Pero I think ang dami. Kasi parang I think yung my life is also designed in a way na gusto kong nasusurprise ako.
Ooh, I love that.
So parang being surprised by design. So technically hindi ako dapat nagugulat. Pero yan yung sinasabi ko na intersection between systems
Yes,
and
and
play. So
I
I
love
want
that.
to parang surprise myself but at the same time in a safe space. Pero yun, so ang dami-daming plot twists in my life. I think then
Oo.
Reco is one of the plot
Siguro,
twists.
baka merong point in your lives na plot twist na hindi nyo talaga alam. Parang, usually kasi yung mga plot twist that I would remember sa life ko, yung mga parang rock bottom moments that I didn't know there was something good that was gonna come out of it, and it was only in hindsight that I realized it. What's that for you?
Ayun, marami din
Yung-
ganun. Pero parang it's something that I don't want to share because
Okay
it's a
lang.
shared experience with
Ah.
another person. Pero with my husband. Pero ako, parang feeling ko, yung pinaka plot twist na sobrang natuwa ako in my life na parang hindi ko in-expect is having our third child.
Ooh.
Kasi, ako yung tipong, I like to be surprised. Pero when it comes to family planning, it's dapat hindi.
Okay.
Kasi I also have parang a condition. So parang it's hard for me to have babies.
Okay.
So kaya medyo careful kami with that.
Mhm.
So yung eldest namin is a girl, si Essie. And then the second one is Luke. So second. So one girl, one boy.
Okay.
'Di ba? Pag ganun, tapos na,
Oo.
ganyan. So kami, so sabi ng doctor ko, okay, we're good, ganyan. Tapos biglang after 1 year, buntis ulit ako. And we didn't plan for it. We
Okay.
didn't expect it at all. So para ako, nahirapan din ako kasi I thought na para after 2 kids, okay, pwede na ulit ako maging parang I can find work or I
Yeah.
can parang do my own thing. I won't be stuck with childcare na may baby, ganyan. Though it's fun, parang it gets lonely kasi
Yeah.
kasi ako, pag may younger babies, gusto ko na medyo attentive ako and more hands-on sa baby. So pagdating ng third, parang wait lang, ready na ako na makisabak sa workforce
Oo.
ulit. Tapos biglang nagkaanak ako. But si Ellie, pero parang after that, parang it really made sense. Kailangan talaga tatlo sila. Parang I can't imagine life without her.
Oo,
So
of
parang
course.
yun yung sobrang natuwa kami kasi parang wala, iba talaga, iba yung dynamics and I think yun nga, parang joke ka na surprise baby siya. So parang siya, ma-surprise, ganyan. And parang she really is a happy addition to our
Yeah.
family. Yun yung
Parang yung bunso kong kapatid din. Kasi yung kami tatlo
Pagbunso
kami.
talaga.
Oo. Kasi tatlo kami yung kakapatid. So yung gap namin ng bunso, 14 years.
So yun talaga super, ako
oo.
1 year. Parang, ang bilis.
Pero parang talaga siya the plot twist that were meant to happen na
Oo.
surprise. Ang ganda.
Yun.
Think-
Yeah. So yun, tapos parang marami rin na yung mga sinasabi mo rock bottom. Like, minsan parang, I think then it comes as part of adulthood na merong parang, ang laki na kailangan ko igastos. Ganyan. Like for example, tuition fee. Tapos parang, bigla na lang, okay, magkakaroon na ng ng surprise money.
Dadating yung solution for the
Oo.
Sobrang solid nun. Kasi, I mean, ako din, I've had so many rock bottom plot twists in my life. Ang hirap ikwento lahat, no?
So generic na
Oo.
lang ngayon.
Oo, generic na lang muna.
General na lang.
Parang yung kanina yung sinabi kong January, that was a kind of a rock bottom moment before it all happened ng virality. Tapos, noong 2021, I don't know if I shared it with you guys. I shared it to some people na before. June 2021, I was lost with what we're doing in my life, in Bookspine. So I was like, guys tuloy, Gia, ano bang ginagawa natin? Ba't ang hirap-hirap na tong path na to? Nagbebenta lang naman tayo ng libro. And then I felt like I didn't know what to do. I felt so stuck. I just decided, okay, I'm gonna read the book, Ego is the Enemy by Ryan Holiday. And that gave me clarity. But at the same time, hindi pa rin super clear kasi, oo nga, it defines parang ang sabi kasi doon, yung ego, there's ego in success, there's ego in failure, ganyan. But I still didn't know why this path would make sense for me. And then I talked to one of my mentors and she told me about a story niya personally. Like, there was a time in her life when she felt lost as well, like didn't know what to do. Then, nung isang gabi, she sat down by her bed. She saw a book on her, ang tawag doon, bedside table. I think it's a book by Dan Brown. And then she ended up reading the book that night. And the next day, parang may nag-click sa kanya. Like 180 degrees, nag-iba yung perspective niya in life, na enlighten siya, which gave her the willpower to fight again and to do what it is she has to do. And dun dumating sa akin yung phrase na all it takes is one. All it takes is one book. Which kind of gave me meaning or purpose to what we're doing. Kasi ako, I'm an ikigai person. I can't do something if it's not aligned with an impact or a purpose. So, yun, yung mga plot twist moment na akala mo wala na, and then, biglang may 180-degree moment, no? So, how about you, Chesh?
Parang yun na yung na-mention
Yun
ko kanina.
yun na yung talagang plot
I mean,
twist.
so far. So far.
Okay lang naman may plot twist ulit, pero sana hindi naman yun.
Sana hindi naman yung galing sa rock bottom. Or siguro kasi parang habang nagsasalita si Beth, iniisip ko, parang may mga part kasi siguro na sobrang rock bottom, binablur na siya ng utak ko kaya di ko na maalala.
Gets.
Actually,
Ganon.
diba?
Actually, totoo, I had that moment.
Oo. Kaya okay na, yun na yun so far.
Okay.
Mag-one na lang tayo pag may naalala ako. Tapos, siguro kasi parang during the, phase din, since we starting to talk about na rin yung book na nag-inspire sa'yo. Parang one of the book na tumatak sa akin, yung Hope for the Flowers. It's parang mukha siyang children's story, pero it's for all ages. In a way na, basta TLDR, it's the life cycle of a butterfly na parang do you want to be a caterpillar forever, or parang do you want to be a butterfly but at the same time you have to die to become a butterfly. So parang it's parang yung transformation ba na kailangan talaga may drastic change kang gagawin.
May naalala ko, sorry, singit ko kasi related sa plot twist mo eh. Na plot twist ko din. Na-mention mo kasi yung about, 'di ba, para maging butterfly kailangan mo na mamatay or something para mahirapan. The one thing that was, I felt like kind of, hindi man rock bottom, but it was a very difficult time in my life was you came in January, 'di ba? 6 months or 7 months prior, I lost my team. Buong team ng Bookspine. So I had to start from scratch. We're on good condition. Sanay sa libro. Brand new. We're in good terms nila. Mga akaloka. Yeah. Noong June 2023, I had to restart. It was a time when we decided to change the direction again of Bookspine. At the same time, yung founding team that I was with, we're in good terms naman, pero they outgrew na what they could get from Bookspine, so they had to go their own way. And during that time, at that specific dot or moment in my life, I felt like a very parang victim mindset na parang, why is this happening to me? Ba't niyo ako iniiwan? Ano gagawin ko? Mag-isa na lang ako. Tapos parang I don't know what to do. I had to hire new people, and then kaya nga naging 3 na lang kami. But now, it's actually a blessing in disguise nga, kasi if hindi nangyari yun, I wouldn't have space for people like you. 'Di ba? So, I guess what I'm trying to say, anong time pala na yun, yung pinaka-tumatakbo sa isip ko, kaya ako nalala based on your butterfly analogy. Alam niyo yung concept of the phoenix being burned until you, parang ano bang tawag dun? Hindi reincarnate but like, transform. Re-emerge, parang ganon. That's exactly how I was feeling at that moment. But now, in hindsight, I can look at it and say, it all aligns, it all makes sense. And I think yun yung power of the plot twists, no, in our life. I'm sure marami pa kayong plot twist din na naisip, no. But yeah, I guess just to add to that. You were saying, sorry, continue.
Nakalimutan ko na.
Sorry.
Tanong mo na lang uli.
Yung sa butterfly metamorphosis, gusto ko talaga yan. Kasi pag sinerge mo kung paano nangyayari sa loob ng cocoon, sobrang yak, ang hirap. Kasi parang nagli-liquefy talaga sila. And
it's messy, it's gross,
messy,
but you have to.
Parang transition phase.
Yeah, sobrang perfect siya. Kasi parang hindi, akala natin parang natutulog lang si caterpillar sa loob, pero hindi.
There's something going on talaga na mahirap, but it emerges better.
Yeah.
Sobrang no. Ayun nga, this podcast is about that and navigating yung plot twists and transitions in life. So I guess I would like to ask ask you, both of you, since pare-pareho naman tayo into books, were there any books, maybe top 3 books, that really made an impact in how you navigated your life's plot twists anywhere along your journey?
Sige, ako na lang. Parang my face, like, for the past decade, I think, parang, yung binigay mo yung tanong niya, ang hirap niya sagutin. So, sabi ko, okay, by, stages or by phases. So, since, related sa ginagawa natin, I think there are 3 books that, came to mind. So, yung isa is, itong book na to kasi, nakuha ko, parang, nung time na yun, yung ex-Twitter pa lang siya. Parang sabi ko na I would like to go to a user experience conference in Hong Kong. Tapos for some reason, nakita ng organizer, sabi niya, okay, you come here, I'll give you a free book. So binigyan niya ako ng book, parang it's user experience for one. As in, mahal siyang libro. So parang pero binigay lang niya sa akin kasi parang sabi lang niya, I feel that you're starting with something with your career. So I think it was I think around 10 years ago or 9 years ago. So, nakuha ko yun. So, parang lahat ng mga nalaman ko about UX was from that. Kasi during that time, bago pa lang yung concept, yung community, bago pa lang. And parang it taught me how to be creative in getting the data that I want, na parang quantitative, qualitative, and parang siya, na-unlock yung feeling ko na, okay, gusto ko rin kasi nakikialam sa buhay ng ibang tao or nakikichismis. Nice. So, siya, it's a very structured way of playing around that. So, yun na naman yung theme ko. So, yun, natuwa ako. Hanggang ngayon, binabasa ko pa rin siya. Like, kunyari, pag lost ako or parang hindi ko alam kung ano yung susunod na pwedeng face, ang gandang guidance niya for me. Parang naging siya yung Bible ko. And then the second one is Mirror Thinking by Fiona Murden. So it's a psychology book, pero it's basically saying na parang explain yung mirror neuron. So whatever, medyo trippy siya kasi whatever you're feeling, whatever you're thinking, it's just a reflection of yourself from the other person. Hindi naman siya talaga yung totoong na sinasabi sa'yo. So, kung nainis ka sa isang tao, kailangan mo isipin, bakit ako naiinis?
Exactly.
Saka, ano kinainisan ko sa sarili ko? Yung mga ganun
isang buong podcast episode na yan pag tinapik natin yan. Dami kong sasabihin.
So, ganun. So, it changed me in a way na mas maging empathetic ako sa sarili ko. Yeah. Kasi parang, I feel like na, ang hirap maging model. Parang role model na sa kids ko or for other people. And kunyari, when I'm working with other people or my relationships. Pero at the same time, parang if I'll be gentle to the other person or I want to treat myself, parang if I want to be treated this way, I have to treat them the same way I want to be treated. So, yun yung isang book that in a way parang guided me perspective or parang talagang decondition ako about parang how I perceive myself as a person. Kasi medyo mababa kasi self-esteem ko. May self-esteem issues ako before.
Dami makaka-relate dyan.
Yeah, oo.
Same.
Tapos, yun. So, yun yung second. And the third one is Skin in the Game by Nicholas Nassim Taleb. So, naman siya,
is it the same author of Anti-Fragile?
Yes.
Okay.
So, marami kasing series siya ng books. Ito yung parang least mathematical one. Pero yung basic concept is, gusto ko yung, di ba may golden rule na do as you, paano yung golden rule? If do unto others as you would like others to do unto you. Yun. So, isa naman, yung rule naman niya is, don't do to others what you don't want to be done to you.
Okay.
So, parang baliktad. Okay. So, pero ibang perspective yun. Kasi parang, parang sinasabi ng golden rule, kung anong ginawa mo sa ibang tao, you have to expect it to be done to
parang,
you.
It goes, kasi pag yung golden rule na ganun, in-expect no, if you do good to someone, you're gonna be having that expectation also.
Oo, parang give and take siya.
So, this one is different.
Oo, parang it's more of, wag mong gawin. Kung ayaw mong mangyari sa'yo, wag mo na lang gawin. Kung if you don't want to be cheated on, and then don't cheat.
Yeah.
Ganyan. So, yun yung yung nag-change yung perspective ko in a way na parang may mga certain languages kasi na binibigay siya na parang napaka-nuanced, pero iba yung effect. So
Oo.
parang naging careful talaga ako with how I parang even describe myself, I talk to my children, I talk
Yeah.
to people. So yun, yung tatlong yun, medyo, siya, biblical ba? Parang reference material
Spiritual
siya.
din in a
Oo.
way.
Yes,
When-
kahit math related.
May math
yung
na
book.
ano. I have a question, Bit. When you read those books, like, did you read them cover to cover agad? Or parang, kasi ako personally, when I read books, hindi ko talaga tinatapos agad-agad in one sitting. Usually what happens is I pick up a book based on what I need. Minsan first chapter pa lang may aha moment na ako, so I set it aside na muna and then read another book. So what's your reading like pag ganun?
Dun sa tatlong books na yun, yung user experience team of one, parang siya, hindi as needed lang talaga.
Okay,
So
yeah, same.
we're the same in terms of that. Yung Skin in the Game, medyo na dire-diretso ko yun. Kasi parang talaga siya, medyo malaman talaga siya.
Parang yun yung Ego is the Enemy ko. Yun yung Ego is the Enemy, yung first book that I was able to read tuloy-tuloy in a long time.
So yun, saka maganda yung series na kakatapos ko rin si Discipline is Destiny.
Ooh, next
Is
ko yan.
Destiny. Maganda siya. Parang siya, sobrang mabilis siyang basahin and very easy to absorb. So parang ganun din yung si Skin in the Game. Yung pangalaw, medyo matagal. Meron kasi akong tendency rin na pa-jump into, may ganun ako. As in, kulang ang, I think in life also and also in books, I cannot function if I'm not multitasking.
Yeah. Okay.
So, ganun. So, parang ako, parang tanggap ko na I will never finish a book
Same.
right away.
Oo.
May kakatapos ako na book na sobrang, nang niya, nipis. Title ni Rewilding Motherhood. Pero it took me 2 years to finish it.
Yeah, ako din yung ganun. Kasi parang, I think the common misconception is, in order to benefit from a book, you'd have to read it agad-agad, cover to cover. But, based on our experiences, hindi eh.
Totoo.
Meron nga akong books ngayon na parang naka-open siya since 2020. May nabasa akong chapter. It really changed the way I lead or the way I think. Then, babalikan ko siya after ilang years. So, hanggang hindi pa rin siya tapos, technically. But it doesn't bother me anymore. Because back then, bothered ako pag mag-hoard ako ng libro, tapos naka-plastic pa yung iba. But then, para silang, for me, resource materials of when I need it. Kahit nga yung mga fiction books that I have, it's really based on what I feel and pwedeng balikan. Yun yung maganda eh. Pwede mo siyang balikan anytime.
Tama, parang friends.
Parang friends. Low maintenance friends.
Low
Di,
maintenance.
tsaka
Yeah.
parang you see your book siya pa sa pantry. Kasi you'll just take what you need at
Yeah.
that time. Na parang, hindi, parang, hindi naman sila perishable. And parang, tawag mo dito, andyan lang sila.
Yep.
Hindi ka nila mamadaliin. Hindi ka nila tsaka siguro, if doon naman sa books, kasi aside dun sa nabanggit ko, yung Hope for the Flowers,
Sinong author nun?
nakalimutan, Trina?
Basta yellow book siya.
Ay, yellow.
Sige.
May copy na sa
Follow
office.
na lang. Sige.
May copy
Okay.
na sa office. Tapos, siguro sa other books kasi, wala akong specific title for it. Kasi, wag niyo ako awayin, I don't read non-fiction before. I'm just starting.
Joke lang.
I'm just starting to read
Wala
non-fiction.
tayong discrimination dito, kahit anong genre, kahit nga hindi ka nagbabasa ng libro everyday.
Nagsa-start pala mag-read ng non-fiction, so wala pa akong sagot nun. Pero feeling ko kasi, nag-contribute din, maraming contribution sa akin in a way yung lahat ng fiction books that I've read. Kasi
Yeah, of course.
it's for me to understand human condition in a way na kasi I struggle with empathy. Kasi na parang the more I read, the more I talk to people, the more parang that I have something to substitute to that na to
Parang it's your way of looking into the mind of someone else so you understand where they're coming from.
yes, na parang I may not know kung ano parang hindi ko man nararamdaman what you feel. I don't feel your sadness, I don't feel your pero I understand why. Ganun.
So ano yung fiction books na top 3?
Ang hirap pa rin eh. to follow.
Ayaw niya ng
Memorable,
favoritism.
Hindi naman magkatampo yung iba. Hindi naman magkatampo yung ibang libro.
Sige.
Top of mind lang.
Top of mind yung Hope for the Flowers. Tapos, yung The Fire Never Goes Out.
By?
Andy Stevenson.
Okay.
Tapos, tawag mo dito, si Amapola sa 65 na kabanata ni Ricky Lee. Ayun. Yun lang.
Ayaw mo i-share bakit?
Vibes. Charing hindi. Tawag ito. Kasi, parang dun kasi sa si Amapola sa 65 na kabanata, naalala ko siya top of mind since we are parang talking about understanding different human conditions, different human experiences. Yung main character kasi dun sa si Amapola sa 65 na kabanata, may 4 siyang personality. So parang parang 4 characters yung nabasa ko in one. So parang at the same time exploring din yung different nuances din ng gender in a way kasi yung magkakaiba rin ng gender and sexual orientation yung personalities niya. So parang yung as a person nagsa-struggle siya kung yung susuot niya ganun or something.
I have a question. How did you discover those books?
I just know them. Na parang, or siguro kasi
I mean, imposible naman na hindi mo sila nakita somewhere or nalaman na parang, what made you parang, well, number 1, how did you discover them? Or number 2, what made you decide to read them?
Siguro,
Alam ko wala yung guide question sa sabi ko naman hindi mag-flow lang tayo eh.
Hindi, sige, siguro, I discovered them kasi, syempre, parang similar din to most people I spoke with about how they discover books na literary fiction in Filipino is nagsa-start sa academe talaga. Na especially sa college, na kahit yung mga writers that I spoke with, nagsa-start sila sa college na nila na di-discover tong ganitong type of literature. And perhaps factor din sa akin on reading them is kung kapag may nabasa na akong previous work or parang something na kapag ito yung book of the month natin kasi may book club kami doon ng college. So parang doon din ako mas na immerse. At the same time na I didn't know na yung parang experience ko from there kailangan ko siya balikan sa ginagawa ko ngayon.
Yeah. Ikaw, Bit?
Ako, I think kasi growing up, kasi my mom is a writer and my dad is an artist. So parang we're really surrounded by, parang I was blessed to be surrounded by really creative people. Saka yung lahat talaga sila mahilig magbasa. So parang yung, aside from the academic route, kasi nung high school, ang dami rin namin, high school and grade school, ang dami namin binabasang Filipino books. Yung pinaka-memorable sa akin na first time ko na talagang nag-binge read ako ng libro. Parang 11 years old ako sa bahay ng lola ko. Tapos wala akong magawa. So, titingnan ko lang yung collections ng books. So, nakuha ko una si Bata-Bata pa na ginawa ni Luwalhati Bautista. So, inumpisahan ko siya. Tapos, natapos ko siya kagad. Kinuha ko naman yung Dekada 70. Okay. So, parang after that, parang mas may appreciation ako. Kasi, iba yung pagsulat ni Luwalhati Bautista versus sa mga iba na Filipino writers. Hindi naman sa nambabash, pero kasi iba yung language. Pag napansin mo per culture, per year or generation, iba yung paano sila magsulat eh. Yeah. Tapos for me, at that time, as an 11-year-old, yun yung pinakamadali kong nabasa. Na hindi sumakit ulo ko, parang hindi ako natagalan. So, yun yung una kong experience. So, parang based on the recommendations or the reading materials of my parents and my family members. Tapos, eventually, na rin, parang depende rin talaga sa mood ko eh.
Yeah.
Oo, kung ano yung na babasa ko. So, minsan meron akong feel na, okay, wala pang nakabasa nito mo, interesting, pipiliin ko siya. Or parang, yung iba, kasi sobrang grabe yung pag-suggest sa akin na babasahin ko siya. Tapos once na, usually sa fiction books nangyayari to, na once nag-umpisa ako, like itong sample na to, si Smaller and Smaller Circles. Para talaga, okay, hindi ko na isa-spoil yan.
Andito yung bookmark hanggang dito.
So, iba pa yung cover ng sa akin. So, quiet na generation. So, parang, sobrang, ang ganda kasi local siya na author. Tapos sinadjust na ng blockmate ko. Tapos parang ang ganda nung plot niya. Tapos yun, dire-diretso na
parang
rin.
din no? Parang, for us, I guess we're a bit lucky that we have circles that can recommend
Yes.
books. But not everyone has that privilege.
Exactly.
And I guess yun yung one of the reasons why we're building Reco, 'di ba? To recommend books to the people na kunyari, hindi pa sila nagbabasa but they want to get into reading or they want to explore new titles. For me, like recently lang din ako na-expose sa Filipino literature kasi common, 'di ba, pag nagtanong ka kung anong favorite Filipino book nila, ang sagot lagi No Limit ang
Or si Bob Ong.
Bob Ong, yung mga very mainstream. But now I'm seeing, as we're talking nga to the authors for the project, ang dami nang lumalabas talaga na local literature that's worth the read. And it's not all in Filipino language. Parang people think kasi pag Filipino book, Tagalog agad, but it's not, diba? So it's English, it's different dialects as well. So yeah, I guess talagang ang laking bagay in finding the right recommendation of books for you. So, yes, anything to add?
Hindi, saka yung sinabi mo, it's really hard, especially for Filipino books, kahit anong language siya. Kasi parang, admittedly, mahirap talaga basahin ang Filipino than English. Kasi mas maraming syllables, mas nakakapagod talaga siya basahin. Pero it doesn't mean na, tawag doon, less quality siya than other books. Hindi lang talaga siya masyadong napuput into the spotlight.
Saka the thing naman nga ngayon with I guess one of the things I learned, diba, language evolves and stuff. So may mga books ngayon na written by new authors that adapt actually a conversational tone. Parang, na Taglish. Kumbaga, it doesn't have to be deep Filipino or it doesn't have to be even Filipino even, pero talagang, kumbaga, nakikipagsabayan na yung local authors that we have, no? So, but yeah, anyway, going back to, I guess, the recommendation, if there was someone ngayon that's listening who's undergoing a life transition or a career change or parang feeling stuck and lost in life, undergoing the same plot twist, what's maybe an advice you can give them and maybe a book recommendation that you can give them, whether it's Filipino or a foreign book? It doesn't have to be non-fiction, can be fiction. Kasi diba parang kahit fiction can change a life eh. So, yeah.
Siguro, kasi hindi lang book. Siyempre, I will say again, Hope for the Flowers. Kasi ganun siya kayo
talaga no, talagang loyal
pero,
ka doon.
Tapos, theater din, parang Tick-Tick Boom, ganun. Kasi parang, that was with me nung, parang it was out nung, yung film version nun, it was out when I turned 25, tas it's dealing yung transition nung late 20s to 30s, and na parang, nag-resonate sa kanya na ang pinaka-main kasi niya is gusto niya magsulat ng musical before siya mag-30. Parang something like that in a way. Tapos siguro hindi parang kailangan mo talaga siyang pagdaanan. I'm sorry. Parang tulad nga ng Metamorphosis it's messy, it's dark inside the cocoon, it's dark, it's messy. You want to crawl out of it, pero it's part of the process talaga, and usually the end of it is always worth it. Nagiging beautiful butterfly.
Thanks, Jesh. Bit, how about you?
Ako naman, parang parang whenever I want to recommend something to another person, parang I usually think first na kung ano yung mga children's books. Parang sinabi mo, Hope for the Flowers. Kasi, kunyari, if hindi talaga reader or parang, even if a reader, parang I like to share funny children's books. Kasi una, magaan din siya. Pero it doesn't mean na children's book siya, mababaw siya.
Yeah.
Ang dami. Mas malalim pa actually sa children's books. Kasi, para ikli niya, pero ang dami mong mapipick up.
Aha moment eh.
Yes.
No? Simple pero naman.
Yes, oo. So, yung, usually parang, ano ba yung pinagdadaanan mo? Or parang, ano yung gusto mong makuha? Like, for, kunyari, a person who is sad, para I would suggest parang something funny na parang a book with no pictures. Sobrang favorite ko yung storybook na yun kasi it's a book with no pictures. Literally.
Okay.
So yung mga ganung bagay na parang I think also na it's helpful for someone who is parang struggling. Kasi naniniwala din ako so the more you think about your problem, the more you think about the issue, the less likely that you'll find the solution.
Yeah.
So parang you need a distraction.
Yeah.
So it's something that that can distract them. E di, syempre books. And then TV series. Kasi,
That's true.
yun yung mga depende kung ano yung gusto nyo. Eh, syempre, trial and error siya. But, yun, parang, I try to really curate and think about what I can suggest based on
Kasi
the person.
parang books are personal talaga,
Yes,
no?
oo.
What works for me might not work for you. What something you like might not something that I will end up liking.
Yes.
But it's all about giving it a chance till you see if it's for you. Like, for me naman, I'm a heavy non-fiction reader, but during the times na, kunyari, sobrang bigat ng mga pinagdaanan ko, sometimes I don't have even the energy to pick up a non-fiction book to get advice there. I would pick up a poetry book. I mean, it's, it's a light read, but sometimes it's inspirational. Or sometimes what I do, alam niyo yung, kasi ako mahilig ako sa science. Yung mga, panginang science universe, ganyan. So, pag meron akong question in my head, I would pick up a random book in my shelf, open it to a random page, and then isipin ko, kung ano yung sabihin sa page na to, this is what I need to hear at the moment. So, usually, ganoon yung nangyayari. And it's fun, actually, to do that. Parang very random. So, yeah, I guess, before we end, is there something that you wanna share or promote na, or where can they find you, ganyan? If they wanna reach out to you for any, I don't know, chika, kwentuhan, or projects, or something, collab. Meron ba?
Parang I'm on Instagram. Charing.
Promote nyo na kasi baka magiging bookfluencer din kayo, or content
I'm on
creator.
Instagram. Kasi yung personal ko kasi yung tapos siguro yung may tinatry akong buhayin na Instagram page ko. Tapos yung page, yung Drawers and Pockets siya, yung art project ko. Na siya Drawers and Pockets kasi parang may art process is some sort of decluttering. Na kapag nagawa mo na siya, di mo na siya isipin.
Okay.
Na-declutter ka na. Na parang at the same time na, for example, na nagsulat ka about something or nag-drawing ka about something, na-release mo na siya, and it's up to you na kung it's up to you na kung mag-hold on ka pa to that or di na siya nagsispark joy. Or something. So, parang ayun yung concept din. Parang decluttering ka, drawer, tas sa pack. Kasi minsan may mga, kung ano-anong mga resibo, gano'n, na parang would you hold on to that? Or,
So, what's the handle again?
Drawers and Pockets.
Drawers and, as in lang talaga, drawers and pockets. Walang underscore anything.
Wala.
Yan. Okay. Sige. Thanks, Josh. How about you, Bit?
Ako naman, reset
Yeah, I
na
think may newsletter ka, diba? So,
nag-stop na ako doon.
Okay.
Para siya, it was a nice experiment. But ngayon, I started a TikTok account.
Oh my God! It's a big, alam mo, for
I'm
our
so
millennials
uncomfortable,
like
yeah.
us, ang hirap talaga ng TikTok i-accept, pero
Oo.
nandyan na siya, so we
Yes.
need to ride the wave.
Kasi parang I feel na parang, okay, comfortable ako with speaking, pero I'm not comfortable with being in front of a camera. Tas nagbe-video sarili ko on my own. So parang medyo 1 week pa lang siya. Pero okay lang, siya. My handle is My Content Diet. So I just
May content diet. Ooh.
So I just want to share kung ano nabasa ko, ano yung pinapanood ko, or parang kung ano man. Pero it's more of a video experiment and editing. So medyo talagang vulnerable siya.
Yeah.
Place. But it's fine. Wala pa naman akong wala pa naman nakaka-discover ng iba kong friends.
I-discover na natin ngayon. Ito na. Thanks, guys. So, I guess, for the listeners that we have, since we're building Reco Asia, the platform for local literature, local authors, and local books, where they can find it, ebooks and physical books, it's not yet launched, diba? We're launching it in a few months. No, not yet. But if they wanna be able to participate in our beta test and be, I guess, part of the early participants, get early access, they can follow the page and message the page at Reco, REKO .Asia
Yes.
in Instagram and Facebook.
Yeah.
And then if they wanna reach out, hello@bookspine.ph na lang muna, no?
Yes.
Yeah, so last bonus question. Okay, quick lang to. If your life were a book, what would the title be? Kru. Sorry, biglaan.
Nag-iisip, sorry.
Go lang, sige. Pang ano, no, Miss
Wala
Universe.
Ang kagilagilalas na pag na ano, well, parang more of adventure book kasi naiisip ko.
Game. I see the vision.
Kagilagilalas na paglalakbay ni Josh Alberto.
Oh, ang lalim. Wait lang, pa-translate naman sa mga hindi malalim magtagalog. Kagilagilala?
The Amazing Adventures of Josh Alberto.
Yung kagilala, ano?
Amazing. Kagilagilalas.
Kagilagilalas means amazing. Okay, sorry naman.
I think so. I think so, I guess. Huwag niyo po ako i-cancel.
Sorry. I-google na lang natin mamaya.
Hindi ko, parang, wala akong maisip. Naisip ko lang, ako lang to, guys.
Ang ganda din naman nun, actually.
Okay.
Ako lang to, guys.
Ako
And
lang.
my career lattice.
My career lattice.
Very
Ako lang to,
memoir.
guys, pero ang kapal.
Actually, nakailang edition na chapter.
Totoo.
Sa akin, fiction. Sa kanya, memoir.
Kaloka, my God. Pero
Grabe
sa'yo,
naman
ano,
naman yung
Michelle?
memoir.
grabe ka naman. Di ba usually yung memoir pag ano?
Hindi pa. May memoir si Britney Spears. She's alive.
Okay, fine. Sige.
And young.
Oh, alive and young.
So, mas matanda si Britney Spears sa akin. So, thank you.
Ay, ikaw ng title.
Ano? Bakit gano'n ako yung... Ang hirap nun. Hindi ko rin talaga napag-isipan yung sagot. Hindi, parang, I guess... Hala.
Ano kami?
Hala. Hindi ganun din kasi it's about finding my way. So, finding my way siguro. And to add to that, dagdag na lang. Kasi meron na, naisip ko to kanina pa at the start of the podcast Maybe it's a good way to end. We saw your stories, hindi talaga, yun nga, the concept is it's not linear. It's like a lattice. Sa'yo circle, sa'yo lattice. But I'm pretty sure where you are now is never what you imagined where you'd be 10 years ago. 10 years ago,
yeah.
diba? And I guess that's the message I always like sharing with my friends, with my followers, na it doesn't matter, you don't have to have your life figured out right now. Like, if you're not sure kung nasaan ka at this very moment, that's okay. What you love now, what you feel like your ikigai is right now, just focus on it. And then, if it changes tomorrow, it's totally fine. Yeah. So, yun yung siguro kaya Finding My Way yung title ng sa akin. It's always about never-ending finding your way. So there, thank you so much for the very fun first episode of Off the Record, kwentuhan on life's plot twists, ikigai, and next chapters. Thank you so much, Bit and Jesh.
Thank you
Happy birthday,
also.
Books pa.
Happy birthday, books. Ano nga?
Birthday.
Feb 22.
Yung air.
Hindi, pero birthday sa SEC registration lang.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
222.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Books
Happy
pa.
birthday, Books Fine. So, watch out for the next episode. So, we're gonna be airing every Saturday, 5 p.m. Alright. Sige. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you
Thank
sa mga
you.
nakinig.
Thank
Bye.
you.